PowerFX in Copilot Studio. So what can we do and what can't we do? So in that case, I would
Yep.
say let's jump into the system and let's have a
Yep.
look what we use then with PowerFX, and let's
Yep.
see how good this works. So in that
Yeah.
case, so this is my HR onboarding process. We can just have a
Yep.
look later on this. So, but first
Yep.
of all, let's look on our topics. So usually we should see something. We can see it's just magically hidden. So when we just start here. So if I now click here on the
Yep.
plus sign, so what we can
Yep.
just do is, so in that case, let me see.
Yeah. So in send a message or ask a
Send a sense,
question,
they're right. Send a
is
message, for example.
that's
So
where we
in
can
that case,
start to hit
so
FX. Now the key thing here, Bulent, that you've got to get your head around, and this caught me out when I was playing with it, is you want to think email template. So what I did was I formatted my entire response as an interpolated string in PowerFX, and
yes,
I saw results that didn't make sense. And so what you want to do is you want to think email template. So you're going to type in, what the bot's going to say, and then you're going to have a PowerFX element for that dynamic bit that's being manipulated or brought through by PowerFX.
yes,
Yep.
that's true.
And so
That's true.
yeah. And so we can type the message that we want.
Hello, and then
And
usually
then if we
you
go to
should be able.
PowerFX,
Here we go.
so you
And
want to
this is,
use,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
So in that case, this is usually a formula. The interesting part is there are some places where you can expand this, and there are some places
Yep.
where you can't do this. So in that case, you
Yep.
can't expand this. So you need to type in that kind of formula in that very small box in that
Yep.
case, which is
Yep.
not fun. And the only things what you can do is what you see here on that examples. That's only what you do in with PowerFX, but there's much
Yep.
more you could do. So in that case, you can have a condition. So in that condition, you're just checking, a variable.
Yep.
If a variable, has some specific wording, then just, say
Yep.
hello VIP, or just only say hello, or you can also,
Yep.
compare based on an age. I wanted
Yep.
to use it, for example, with a switch condition.
Yep.
Not possible. It's not supported. So you can
Okay.
only use if. So in that
Yep.
case. So
Yeah.
you can
And
use
again,
also
still in preview, so we know what we're signing up for.
exactly,
So
exactly. So and date and time. So in that case, you just say, you can just convert the time, return that
yep.
back. Also little things you can only just do. You can just, do some kind of numerical summing. So for example, 1 to 3, then it just returns you some
Yep.
values and all like that, and a little proper of string formatting.
Yep.
That's it. So,
Yep. Yeah. Now, if you want to pull in data, it's really critical that you use topic. So if you type in topic, and then hit the period on
yep.
your keyboard, you'll start to see input and output. So you'll need to do that in the PowerFX expression.
Yeah, right. There
Yep.
we
So
go.
if you come over here, and if you type in topic, the IntelliSense will start to pick it up. And so we don't have anything at the moment.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't show
Yeah,
up. It was a
but
global
that
variable
would,
would be there. So you
yeah.
would
So if you've
type
got,
global.
yeah. So
Oh,
if the
in that case.
user is inputting stuff.
So I have just tried it with the topic ones are the local variables which you're just using, but I just
Yep.
defined in that case everything on a global level. That's why you type in
Yep.
global.
Okay.
Then, for
Yep.
example, you see variable start, then there's a choice, and based
Yep.
on that, here you can just use this. You see this is an option set, and then you
Yep.
can do something with this in that case. Yeah.
Correct.
And then
Yep.
if you would use, for example, an if clause, if, this been filled with some value, just, show something or show something different. For example, this is filled in, this is not filled out. And based
Yep.
on that, you can use that small amount of set of PowerFX currently with that
Exactly.
kind of
Yep.
formula.
Yep. Yeah. So that's in topics. The other place where you can use it is in actions, and this
Yeah.
is a preview. This is a preview area. Now with the actions, use it to call various plugins. Say, so if you click plugin, so both connectors and plugins are in preview. Now, I'll be candid. I am not sure what the difference is between connector and plugin, because the plugin can call a connector, and so I'm not entirely sure what the difference is. Yeah, if someone watching has a bit more detail on.
Yeah, for me, the plugin is usually that low-code plugin, for example, which you
It
can
can be
use.
that. It
Yeah,
can be that, but it also doesn't necessarily have to be.
yeah. And the
Yeah,
connector is really what you have, with a Power Automate flow, for example. So this can
yep,
be a connector,
yep,
which is just using that. That's why you see all that
yep,
kind of stuff. The only thing which I'm not sure is
yep,
that get forecast for today in that case,
yep,
which
yep,
is a demo which just works. But everything else, as you can see,
yeah,
send email notification, that's Power
yep,
Automate. Update all
yeah,
that kind of stuff, it's Power Automate and so on.
yeah,
And these are the out of the box. So if you don't see anything on your list, this is something
yep,
which you just come in and, oops,
yep.
I just have misclicked something. I'm sorry. So
That's all
click
right.
again. Then you just
Yeah,
say create a flow. And based on
yep,
that, what you're just creating, it will also appear here, but it should
yep.
also be here in the connector as well.
Yeah, click on connector again. Let's see if I think there's Dataverse ones in there as well. If you start typing Dataverse, we should see some Dataverse ones.
Here we go.
Yeah, so you can call Dataverse ones. Now, yeah, and so this is where I'm a little confused. So if we call Power Automate, that's asynchronous, right? And I like to call Power Automate the Swiss Army knife of the Power Platform, because pretty much can do anything you need.
Yes.
The connectors and the plugins, both call these connectors. Now, what I'm not sure about is if those are asynchronous or if they're synchronous. So yes, it looks like we've got a few different ways to do similar things. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure on
Shall I
the
tell you a fun
exact
fact?
details.
Shall I
Yeah, go
tell you
for
a
it,
fun
man.
fact?
Yeah.
So usually I saw till a couple of ones that Power Automate was always asynchronously, which
Yep.
is true all the time.
Yep.
But there's one use case where it behaves synchronously.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is where our good friend Pavas just had find it out and shared that a
Yeah.
couple months ago. And it was when you're just calling a Power Automate flow from a
Yeah.
Canvas app.
Interesting.
Because if you click on the action button there and then
Yep.
you're just starting a Power Automate flow, this is
Yep.
not running asynchronously because you're expecting some kind of a result
Yeah.
immediately on your screen.
Yeah.
And this is the
Interesting.
case where it's really synchronously. So
Yeah.
because you're getting immediately a result, and you're
Yep.
not waiting, let's say, 1 or 2 minutes just to become that.
Yep.
It wouldn't work. That,
Yeah.
blew my mind when I just heard that. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, it's
Yeah.
right.
That's
I
fascinating. I
get,
didn't know that.
yeah, this is the power of LinkedIn and people are sharing all that knowledge. This is
Yep.
amazing.
Community rocks, man.
Definitely, definitely. Good. This is, where you can also, build in and just, use Copilot Studios as well. I think in one of your demos you just had, when I'm not completely wrong, I just have used it with a get forecast today.
Yep.
And I
Yeah. So that
think
one's pretty bulletproof and will work for you.
because it has, let's say, the less configuration stuff in that case.
Yep.
So
Yeah. No, I love the MSN weather one whenever I'm testing connections and low code plugins or anywhere, just because it always works and gives you a good idea of what to expect with the functionality.
good. So super speed on my side, as you can see,
Yeah.
because now a
Yep.
lot of people in North America are super active. And I think the slowest tenant maybe I just get on a trial tenant, which I just can't get.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome. So
Cool. Now in the unit, we can hard code hard code that to Celsius if we don't want to have to prompt the user. So if
Yeah,
they
you're
just want to
right.
throw in a city,
Location. Shall we
so
say
here
Auckland? Can we do
we
hard code
could.
as well?
I don't think we need to. I think we can. We'll just take it. I think it just comes in as a variable. If you go to formula,
Not sure what
I
the
think
Formula One. I
I think it
think it
would be
was something.
topic.input. Topic.input. Input.
Yeah, I'm not using so much topics there. That's why. I think what you
Yeah.
need to do previously, that's why we're not getting any value, is you're asking maybe in a previous step, the city, and that could be a topic.
Yep.
And once if someone
Yep.
is just answering that, and then based on that. So if you just
Yep.
do something like this previously, so ask a question.
Yeah, you can do it that way. If you're using an action, then you can prompt it will just ask the user for it.
That's also true. So, but this is, let's say, the fastest one in that case. So variable, location,
Yep.
we go. And it's not, I just want to end. Let me just go away with this one here and go and use this entire response. So if you would use this one, then your idea with topic would definitely work. So you
Yep.
see also in the custom, it's also a C here. It just appears here as
Yep.
well.
Nice.
Here we
Yep.
go. And then in that case, that's not where I wanted to go.
Yep. So once we
Responses. Was it on properties somewhere where you can just handle that with a Copilot?
I think we need to send a message to the user. So click
Okay.
yep, send a message. And so now we would use PowerFX. So you could say the weather in.
Here we go. I just need to go in.
Yep.
That happens sometimes. So okay, let me save this one. Just tells me there's an error message, but then hopefully it just reloads and then
Yep.
it just let me
Yep.
again. No, it
Maybe just
doesn't.
back it out.
Let me refresh. That sometimes happens with Google
Yep.
Chrome.
Again, preview features. We know what we're getting into. So
Good. I have this sometimes so annoying. So I'm try it again. Here we go.
yeah, so just say the weather in and then hit the FX button. And we'll say topic dot output. Oh, sorry, responses. Yep. Our location is, and then again, hit the FX button. So again, this is where think email template, and say topic dot output, or maybe it's responses. Yep. Dot daily dot, and so you've got several options here. So the PVDR cap, that's going to give you a short string such as cloudy, mostly sunny, or you could get the temperature. Yeah, so there's a few different options. So usually I just go with that PVDR cap and say insert.
So, and then we already have something. Just tells
Yeah.
me now there is some kind of error message. Let me see where it is. So where are you located?
Yeah.
Auckland?
Yeah. See what it says. We've got this is
Oh,
a
permission.
new thing that if you click connect, this is something I've noticed since build, where you've got to connect, and these connections, it looks like every 24 to 48 hours need to be refreshed.
Interesting.
Yeah. if you've not been using it.
Good. Connected. Look at this. I
Yeah.
can
So
even learn at 11 p.m. something. This is really cool. Retry.
yeah. So click retry.
So now it just jumped over. The
Oh,
weather
mostly
in
sunny.
Auckland is
Let's take a
mostly
look.
sunny.
Accurate. Yep.
Okay, let's try this again. I want to see how this is in Hanover. So the place in Germany where I live, is this also accurate
Yep.
as well? So let's see. It's partly sunny. That's a
Partly
bloody
sunny.
lie. It's bloody lie. It's dark like, bloody lie. I can only tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. But, it just, you have to be
Maybe it was
very, very
maybe it was
cautious
partly
with your
sunny 6
interface.
hours ago. Yeah.